How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the newly released, basically just brand new this week, 2023 Ferrari Purosangue. This new SUV is extremely revolutionary because it's coming from Ferrari, which as a brand has stated multiple times that they would never ever produce an SUV, but yet here we are. Now, before we get into today's video, definitely be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff down below. It really does help me out a lot. And if you are already subscribed, click that little bell icon to turn on post notifications to actually get notified every single time that I do post a new video. But anyways, getting into today's video, looking at this article by Car and Driver here, I have to say that just like looking at this car, before we get into any of the specs, looking at this SUV by Ferrari, this is probably the first SUV made by a supercar brand that I actually really enjoy. Now, if you have been a subscriber on my channel for quite some time now, you do know that back like last year, the summer of 2021, I did a review on an Aston Martin DBX, and I also did a review on an Aston Martin DB11. And I have to say that my biggest complaint about the DBX is that it was essentially a V8 DB11 that was refitted into an SUV body. The interior was very much the same. It literally looked like Aston Martin just went ahead and put a DB11 and tried to like make it into an SUV. Now, with the Lamborghini Urus or Urus, however you want to pronounce it, a lot of people had that complaint too, with Lamborghini reusing a lot of interior details from both the Huracans and Aventadors, and kind of just like mismashing stuff and not really making it work together. And to be honest with you guys, with both the DBX and the Urus, they don't like really seem like their own vehicle. They seem like Lamborghini and Aston Martin are just copying one of their models and making it into an SUV, where with this Ferrari, it's essentially a completely unique design. I love the taillights here, how they're just kind of like a line, but they also have that little separation there where the trunk actually opens up. And even the front looks pretty damn aggressive too. I can understand why some people may think that the grille is a little bit ugly, because it does have quite a like weird shape to it. However, like looking at the side profile of this Purosangue, which by the way, Purosangue in Italian actually, I believe, directly translates to purebred or thoroughbred. So it's very Ferrari-esque, obviously Ferraris always get their nose stuck up, and it's again pretty hilarious that Ferrari as a brand has said multiple times that they never make an SUV, but yet here they are. In 2022, obviously the way that the auto market is, the money is where the SUVs are. You have to make SUVs in order to make that money. And I get it, I don't like to see Aston Martin, Lamborghini, and Ferrari making SUVs because it's not their brand. It does kind of hurt the history and reputation a little bit, but at the end of the day, they're still Ferrari, so what are you gonna do? But looking at the side profile here, I guess it kind of looks like an 812 Superfast or a Lusso, but it really doesn't. Like, the only thing that you can kind of see from like the 812 is the elongated hood with the kind of flat back, but it does have that elongated hood because it's fitting a pretty big naturally aspirated V12 under the hood, which is another main reason why I actually too like this new Ferrari SUV compared to other SUVs in the past made by supercar brands. And looking underneath the hood, here actually is the naturally aspirated V12 that is going to power this SUV made by Ferrari. And I believe, just like looking at the engine bay pictures here, I believe it's the same V12 found in the Superfast. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, definitely be sure to correct me down in the comments below. This is actually my second time filming this video because I accidentally deleted the footage, so I'm pretty tired right now. And again, it is just like my initial look at this Ferrari. So just kind of fact check me, make sure I'm not incorrect down in the comments. But I love the display and the interior of it. Like I was saying before, this is where this SUV really shines in both the interior and exterior design, to be honest with you, because Ferrari hasn't really, they haven't really recycled a lot of parts. And like looking at these seats here, obviously this is the second row of seating. However, the second row and the first row are essentially the same. And if you look at these seats, I don't think they're out of any other Ferrari models currently in their lineup. So Ferrari really took their time designing this SUV, and even the steering wheel, it doesn't look like something that's out of like a 488. The 488 I believe has more buttons on it and it's a little bit more technical, but even the boot here, you do have a decent amount of space for luggage, so I guess it does have that practicality factor that obviously pretty much every other Ferrari does lack. And also another feature that is really cool for this Ferrari Purosangue is the rear hinge doors in the rear here. You could tell that they open up kind of like old school suicide doors. So that's pretty cool. I know that the Rolls-Royce SUV and I think maybe the Bentley SUV have that as well, and probably the Rolls-Royce and Bentley cars do as well. So, but again, the main reason why I really do like this Ferrari SUV is that it's not really copying anything, and the V12 underneath the hood. You can see from this like little subtitle here on the Car and Driver article that it's a 715 horsepower 6.5 liter V12 that revs to over 8,200 RPM. So that thing has to absolutely scream. And let me tell you something, if I have to, you know, quote unquote, take the kids to soccer practice and anything, and I had the choice between this and, I don't know, your like regular everyday SUV, this would be pretty badass to drive. Again, it still is an SUV, and having a Ferrari badge on an SUV kind of rubs me the wrong way, but me personally, I like Lambos more anyways, and I have to say that when it comes to this Purosangue versus the Urus or Urus, however you want to pronounce it, I have to say that the Ferrari beats it out. I don't know which one is technically faster. I'd have to say this Ferrari because it looks more like a crossover type SUV. It looks smaller than the Urus and it's making over 700 horsepower. So I have to say that the thing is pretty damn quick. But again, it was just revealed, so we don't really have any set in stone performance like 0 to 60 times for it yet. However, looking at this little section of the article, this kind of breaks down what it's actually producing compared to the Urus Performante's twin turbo V8. And essentially it's saying that the 715 horsepower is over that twin turbo V8 in the Urus Performante. However, this Ferrari is only making 528 foot-pounds of torque, which is actually under the amount of torque that the Urus Performante is making. Again, that's according to this article, so if I'm wrong, just fact check me down in the comments below. But also let me know what you guys think about this new Ferrari SUV down below. And yeah, that's pretty much just gonna be it for today's video. While you're down there, be sure to, again, leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. If you're already subscribed, click on the bell icon to turn on post notifications. It really helps me out a ton as a smaller YouTuber. But like always, thank you guys so much for all the continued support, and I will see you in the next one. If you enjoyed today's video, click on either of these links right here to watch a similar video from this channel, or click on the little circle link right there to actually subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. I do appreciate all the support, but thank you for sticking to the end of this video, and I hope you have a fantastic day.